The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
We got a couple of the guys all in the world with you. See right through you. You gotta put down and up first there. They say you do like 19. They say when you live, you hit no one in place.
The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. At the 35, he's got room. He's off to the races. The 30. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojans! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll try the right side. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down to the 24. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after him.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Branch. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. He now has 84 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it after 25.
Very good.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack, get off blocks, and make tackles. Good stop the offense for picking up that 1st down on that one.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes in college football, realignment, image of likeness, but one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty, so a lot.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught!
Minnesota given a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Minneapolis for some time. And if this team's not careful, it could become a football school again like it was back in the 1930s and 40s. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Complete to the right. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I love the start for this quarterback in 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously, money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great function for the offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Gamecocks are on the move. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it. You can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge. The defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's what...
Nothing but green ahead. The 40. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
South Carolina, 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll go right back to him. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Quick tempo here for the offense. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. And that last carry pays off with a C-note, already at 100 yards.
And he's done it with so much balance and so much power and so much speed. He's really shown you that he's a great back in a multitude of ways. And guess what? It's still the first half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit the coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this 2nd play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these 2 coaching staffs.
Scrambling away. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need one more yard. They'll run the sneak for it. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit, and if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Right back to the well. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing. And you can tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and beating blocks, beating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play. And the Gamecocks looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Slings it downfield. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field. Quarterback adapting. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
On second down, looking again to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On second down, just keeps firing. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he hasn't set up first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they go back to the option play. Now, this is the second time, Paul, this QB has scored running this scheme offensively.
Yeah, and as a defense, you got to understand when you're playing the options responsibility in football, I got to stop my assignment. I can't get caught in somebody else's business. You can tell this defense not really ready for this quarterback run game. They better figure it out, or it's going to be a long game.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, and now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one around.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down here for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. The short hands, it's Lane. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Dances away to buy time. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the field kind. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange and you can't quantify.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set with the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On fourth down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Quick strike complete. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have... Touchdown USC! And the punishment has been extended.
And added on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the 0 at the 37. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes one man miss.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Trojans! And the route is on. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
He is finally stopped at the 6-yard line, and oh, so close to taking it all the way.
South Carolina, 6.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan ready to go back to work. They go to the ground. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Trying to get to him. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack.
USC 44, South Carolina 6.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run play action. Escapes the sack. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. Got it! And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Hudson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody.
Ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Finding an escape route. And he's running in the open. Still on his feet. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I'll tell you, it's nice as a play caller when you know you don't have to call the perfect play. Even if it's not blocked properly, you know you've got guys like him who can make people miss.
And this whole offense gets energy from this guy because they love him, because he does that. He does the dirty work. Even if it's not blocked great, he'll make people miss, and he'll make huge plays for this offense.
A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Trojan! And the pummeling has started. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina 20.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to take off. At the 35, he's open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country. He's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Skips away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Simon. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. Now from inside the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't. And you keep running them and keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana Monroe is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 17 over the Pandas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking for space. It's Marks. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Offense lining up quickly. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They'll try to pick up the first. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.